We have talked about mixed numbers before, but I want to concentrate on them today. So when we've been talking about fractions, we've been talking about parts of numbers. We have whole numbers. Oh, it's not very even, is it? We have whole numbers, which are the numbers that you've learned on a number line all the way through. We've started at 0 traditionally and gone up 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are whole numbers. But when we start talking about fractions, we start talking about those numbers, the little pieces in between. When we have a little bit more than 1 or a little bit less than 1, what do we call those numbers? So we call them fractions or we call them decimals. So far we've been talking about how many pieces did I break that into? 3. And jump over 1. So this would be 1/3. 2, that would be 2/3. And then when I jump over 3, that would be 1 whole or 3/3. Well, mixed numbers are when we have a whole number and a little bit more. So these fractions are between 0 and 1. A mixed number is when you say, I have 1½ things, I have 3 3/4 things, I have 2 1/3 things. They're the fractions that are past the 1, past the 2. So you'll have a whole number and you'll have a fraction. Those are called mixed numbers because it's a mix of a whole number and a fraction. For example, we're doing thirds. We go 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're also breaking this into thirds. And this time, this is 1/3, but it's past the 1, so it is 1 1/3. Do you see how that's a mixed number? This number over here, when we jump, we're going to say it is 1 and how many? 1, 2. 2/3. And then this right here is going to be 1 plus 1, 2, 3/3. Well, 3/3 is just another way of saying 1. And 1 plus 3/3, well, that equals 2. Do you see how these things are mixed numbers? They're mixed with a whole number and a fraction. Make sense?